Good afternoon, everybody. I don't know, it may not be after lunch yet, but just want to get on here and say I'm down in my wood yard, and a lot of you know that I have been sick for uh, quite a few weeks, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's really, really affecting me. I just did about 30 minutes of splitting, and I'm telling you, I'm drained a little bit. You know, you have to give your body time to build back up, and coming out to do a little bit, you know, helps build your system back up. I'm telling you, this was a struggle this morning to set up everything and get the little bit that I did get uh, done on a little live. I started a live on my way here, and when I went back to the house, it got disconnected, so it only recorded like 12, 14 minutes of that live. But I'm asking y'all to go back and watch that video. It says that I'm talking about current events. I went off on a little tangent, something different than firewood or lawn care. I was talking about the events going on in the country right now. And even on this live just now, I just stated that, regardless of what's going on in the world, your day to day has to go on. Yeah, a lot of bad things is happening to good people, but according to our administration, our leaders, it's all for a purpose. But then you look at other information that says it's for the purpose of benefiting the wealthy, and then further disparaging the poor or less wealthy people in the United States. I don't understand that logic that thinks that if you give rich people tax breaks, they're gonna somehow let it trickle down to the not so rich. That's not how it works. They have drilled in our heads in America. Oh, if you work hard and be truthful and this, that, and the other, you can make it in this country. Well, maybe for a white person, or maybe for somebody who's not black in America. Because every time you try to do something positive, and I'm not saying it's every incident, because there's successful basketball players, there's successful lawyers, there's successful doctors that are black. But that's not the majority of people. Somebody who's trying to pull themselves up from the bootstraps, if at every turn, if you don't already have it, at every turn, you're going to meet a roadblock. Like me at 52, I still have not purchased a home. I know this sounds crazy because I'm retired from the military, this, that, and other. I don't even have any kids. So I'm 52, no kids, no home in this day and age. And what I do is I just try to keep my nose to the grindstone, keep out of the focus of most people, and I do what I do. I try to maintain my own personal lifestyle, and stay out of the limelight. Maybe that's a bad way of doing it, but if I got militant, there was a little friend of mine named Dwayne Batson. They called him the militant midget in the military because anytime he felt like there was something wrong, he would speak up about it. And I mean, I like him, and he is a good friend of mine, but he was very militant. But the flip side to that is, closed mouths don't get fed, and when he spoke up, he had valid points to make, and this, that, and other. And a lot of people did listen to him. He's well retired now from the military and all that, and I am also. But it just takes me back, like They act like racism is something that doesn't exist when just back in 2009, 2006, I was experiencing it myself in the military, United States Navy. No need to go into all of the details, but the only thing in the Navy that they think a black person could do was either be a cook or something like that, or an ordnanceman, somebody that lifts heavy stuff, this, that, and other. Well, I happen to have been an aviation electronics technician. Let me explain that to you guys. I handled the communications and navigation and countermeasures for the F-18 uh, A, B, C, and D, which is a legacy aircraft because now they came out with the E, F, and G. But right before I retired, 2011, they had the E's and the F's at the squadron where I was or whatever. But the aviation electronics technician and the aviation electrician's mate, you have the engines, the airframes, and the mechanics that worked on the jet propulsion and the airframe, like the skin of the aircraft and all of that. But without all of us working together, those planes wasn't going to fly. And certain aspects of my job crossed over into the parachute rigger's job because guess what's in the cockpit? The oxygen and life support for the pilot is in the cockpit. So is the heads up display. So is the navigation, communications, all of that in the cockpit. So the way the military is set up is, you got different uh, types of people that all work together for a common goal. Why can't we do that in the United States of America? You know, the military should be the best blueprint for how the country should run because we get taken into the military and we are not allowed to discriminate between the person that's next to you if they're black, yellow, brown, white, whatever, they are on your team. I don't know how they have been able to, over the last 50, 60, 70, 80 years, continue to thrive and this, that, and other. And people back home here in the United States can't seem to get along. It's something separating everybody. And Donald Trump is just personifying that. But to be honest, I do firewood, and this is the most redneck thing anybody could do. I'm gonna tell you the truth, because I'm out here splitting and cutting wood and hauling wood, and supposedly a black person ain't supposed to do that. Well, I'm telling you, I do it all the time. Sitting on my Silverado right here, got my dump trailer right over there. You know, I enjoy this kind of stuff. Does that make me less of a black person because I like doing outdoor stuff or whatever? And I can just say like this: what if there's a white boy that plays for the Duke Blue Devils, Cooper Flag? Are we supposed to tell him he ain't supposed to be that good at basketball because he's white? These things are all comical to me, that why us as Americans can't come together to defeat this man named Trump who's just trying to rape us and keep us uh, poorer and poorer every minute. And he thinks that we're stupid. I'm lumping myself in with everybody because he thinks people are stupid. Like, just listen to what I say. Who are you? You are a failed businessman with 34 convicted felonies. And how the United States of America as a whole voted this man back into office, I will be contemplating for the rest of my life. Because he said he ain't leaving. And trust me, y'all, when he said that, I believe him. I think when it comes time for him to leave office, since he already tried it in 2020 to say that Biden stole the election or whatever, then 2024 he actually won. But who's to say he didn't cheat? I'm just I'm exercising my First and Second Amendment rights to be able to speak my mind. But who's to say he didn't cheat for this 2024 election? And when 2028 comes along, I don't believe he's going to want to give up power, or a peaceful transition to power. Because trust me, after this 4 years, I don't think y'all going to want any more of that kind of stuff going on. But I cannot predict the future. But all I'm saying is, I'm down here doing what I normally do on a daily basis, and I enjoy it. I'm at peace. There's nobody down here with me but the cats. And I get a chance to think, and I can produce little cherry firewood, little oak firewood. I could do what there's no little stack, and that wood will be for sale next fall, next spring if it's dry enough. And I did a couple videos the other day that showed that wood is drying, sitting there right now, and these temperatures are getting up to 60 degrees. And the humidity is not that bad. So that wood is drying out right there. But I just wanted to get on here and sit on my tailgate and talk, what's going on currently in the world. And I wanted to ask a question. What are we as Black Americans going to tell our young kids over the next couple of years about how to deal with this stuff? Like I said earlier, I've been through it in the military. I know how these people act when they think they're in control and this, that, and the other. And to some degree, you don't have to lose who you are, but you got to play this game until you get to a better day. I'm not telling anybody to sell their soul or nothing like that, but in order to survive, sometimes you got to do things that is not. I'm looking for a word, acceptable to a lot of other people in order to make it. Like I said, but we got to survive. We're resilient people in the United States. Like I said, this country has not been great to Black folk, but the country has been together for a lot of years, and the way that we've done business has worked. Until recently, the last 8, 10 years, has anybody came up and bucked that system? And this man actually seems to think that he knows what he's doing, and he's got a lot of y'all fooled into thinking that he knows what he's doing. But just think about how enclosed we are gonna be here soon, with Canada coming around with 100% tariffs on automobiles. Mexico about to do the same thing. Canada done decided they don't even want to trade oil and stuff with us no more. We're gonna be in the middle of the North America. Rich people getting richer, and us poor people are gonna be fighting amongst each other for food, land, this, that, and the other. And I hate to see it happen, but that's where everything's going. He's pitting us. He already had pitted us against each other. Now he's really gonna hit us in the pockets. Even those people that voted for him is gonna see that that man meant no good for anybody other than his buddies that were sitting behind him at the inauguration. And those people get money off of our backs. That's a fact. I don't need to be educated to tell you that the people who work for uh, Facebook, Google, Amazon, whoever else was there, they're all regular American people. You know what I'm saying? So those people get rich. They had an idea. They're executing their ideas to get money off the backs of Americans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just plain and simple to see. And we consume products that they produce. I look at a lot of YouTube. I'm on YouTube. YouTube is part of Google. You know, we're using the stuff that's making them billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Amazon, billions of dollars because we want to be able to say, okay, they have this, ship it to me tomorrow. You know, we're using their stuff and they're getting richer and we're just barely getting by. I just wanted to get on here and say that, you know, I'm not going to sit around and mope about what's going on. I'm just going to concentrate on what I have to do to take care of me and mine. And that's what y'all should do. Like I said, focus on what you got in front of you and do the best that you can to make sure that you and your family is safe and all of that. It makes a big difference. So, all of that being said, I'm going to cut it off for today. I've been on here rambling for about 16 and a half minutes. But you guys be blessed. And remember, the United States is strong. This is just a temporary setback, and we will make it through this. I don't know how unscathed we're going to be, but we will make it through this as a country. But I wish that we all learn how to come together. USA all the way. You know, like I said, I served my country for 20 years for freedom, liberty, and all of that. So that I'm able to sit out here and split wood and talk shit on YouTube. I fought for that. Just remember that when you guys think about what that he's doing to that 4-star general or whatever he was for the Air Force, took that man's job. He worked 40 years to get where he was at. Took that man's job and gave it to a less qualified white person. That should tell you everything you need to know about this administration. But we as a people need to learn that we need to take care of ourselves. Asian people come to America, they stick to helping each other out. Mexicans, Hispanics, they help each other out. White people, they help each other out. But we as black people, we rather cut each other's throat than learn to work together. This is facts. You can say what you want to say about what I'm saying, but it's the truth and it's evident in everyday living. And I hope this video does go far. If you watch this video to this far, please like, share, and subscribe. But I got more I can sit on my soapbox and talk about because I've lived it. 52 years old almost. I'll be 52 in May. And I've lived in America. And that American dream that they talking about, yeah, it works for some people, but not all people. And that's what we need to work towards to make sure that all people can, reap the benefits of what this country has to offer. Until we get there, we are not going to get to the promised land like Martin Luther King said. He said he'd been to the mountaintop and he's seen it. He said he wasn't able to go, but some of us will be able to go if we get our stuff together. So I said all that to say thank you to my 427 subscribers. I keep losing one or two by the minute because I haven't been putting out much content or whatever. But I want you guys to realize that this is real life. Me splitting wood is real life. This is tangible. I can put my hands on stuff, and I could talk to you guys till y'all blue in the face about how America needs to come together. That's black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. We need to learn how to band together and kick this man out of office and out of control of our country. If we say this is we the people, then we the people need to step up and take care of business. We can, because there's more of us than it is of them. Y'all remember that, and I'm gonna sign off on that note. Have a blessed day. You just entered the Curtis Minor Experience.